From national-level wrestling skills to the ability to knock opponents out with a single punch, Justin Gaethje's got it all. Yeah, his fighting style is one of the most complete ones in the UFC. I mean, just look at what the guy's accomplished. He's been in the rankings for the lightweight division for as long as anyone can remember. Yeah, this guy's an absolute beast. And remember, he's managed to pull off being in the rankings for years in the most competitive era of the lightweights. Now, sure, he's never won the title, but he's fought for it multiple times.
Right uppercut. It's a smart combination to throw. And right by Palomino. Gaethje.
He went up against Khabib and Oliveira. Both times, he was going up against seemingly invincible champions. And he was the guy everyone thought was gonna get it done. Still, he lost both times. But hey, don't let that make you doubt his skills and the effectiveness of his style.
Watch the knees here of Oliveira.
Cold guard. Look at this.
He's only ever lost 4 times in the UFC, and 3 of those losses were to 3 of the greatest champions the division has ever seen. And the 4th was to Poirier, another legend of the division, and the current number 2 of the division. Other than these 4 losses, Justin has dominated the division, and he's been able to do that because of his incredible style. Yeah, this man's got it all. He's a phenomenal striker. He's got insane one-punch KO power. His leg kicks are some of the most deadly in the game. But that's not even the end of it.
Whitman told him that when you throw the right hand,
Oh my goodness.
when he moves back, left hook comes.
It's crazy how...
No, he's also an incredibly strong wrestler. And to top it all off, the man's got a granite chin. Still, to truly do justice to how devastating his fighting style is, I've got to go over it all in detail.
Big right from Gaethje, and down goes Vic. Justin Gaethje.
Starting with his wrestling. Now, everyone who knows anything about MMA will tell you the most important skill a fighter in this game can have is wrestling. And you could be the best striker in the world.
And Palomino and Gaethje swing out of the clutch. Palomino delivers a couple of nice punches in there.
But without some form of wrestling skill, it's very hard to survive in MMA. I mean, just look at Cyril Gane. The guy's a phenomenal striker, but he's nowhere when it comes to wrestling. And guess what? Both his losses in the UFC came from being dismantled on the ground. As important as wrestling is, though, relying completely on it can be pretty fatal too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's got his hands locked.
I mean, look at what happened to Ben Askren. Justin does have some amazing wrestling skills, but he doesn't use them as the center of his strategy. No, his style incorporates the ground game more as a means to just make sure his opponents can't beat him on the ground.
Now trying to transition to the back.
This is not good. You cannot let Oliveira on your back.
He's got to take the...
Yeah, Gaethje has only been out-wrestled twice, and both times it was against guys who were known for how deadly they were on the ground. Yep, I'm talking about Khabib and Dubronx. Other than these two, no one's ever been able to threaten this man on the ground. But I mean, there are lots of good wrestlers in the UFC. What exactly makes Gaethje so special?
Getting hit with these bombs, but Justin closes the distance here. Look for Vic's knees.
The reason is the kind of wrestling he uses. Yeah, Justin's an all-American wrestler through and through. His wrestling is so dangerous because he uses the American trademark style, known as folk-style wrestling. Yeah, unlike the usual style of wrestling, where you're not allowed to expose your back or you lose points. In folk-style wrestling, which by the way is the style of wrestling that dominates the NCAA, competitors lose no points for giving up their back. And this makes it so that their focus is entirely on getting out of bad positions. Yeah, this is exactly why no one can threaten Justin on the ground. And it's also why everyone thought he'd be able to take Khabib. He's just too good at getting back up. Plus, his amazing wrestling allows him to defend takedowns pretty amazingly too. But guys, that's not all. Sure, his skills themselves are amazing, but the way he got them is also incredible. Yep, the highlight was a Division I NCAA athlete. And for those of you that don't know how scary this is, being a Division I NCAA wrestler puts this man's skills in the same league as Kamaru Usman, John Jones, and DC. But despite having the ability to drown his opponents, as I said before, the highlights fighting style doesn't exactly rely on his wrestling. No, this man's focus is more on his striking. Yeah, I mean, just for some perspective, Justin's got 23 wins in the UFC, and only one was via submission. But hey, this doesn't mean he doesn't use his ground game. Like I said before, just knowing how to wrestle is a huge advantage, and Gaethje incorporates his wrestling into his style well. Yeah, the constant threat of takedown creates pressure, and no one ever tries to take him down unless they're sure they can out-wrestle him. So he's able to force fights to stay on the feet, and this is where his striking ability comes in. The highlight has got some serious punching power, and he's able to use his kickboxing experience to create intense pressure. Yeah, well-placed shots and aggressive attacking style allows him to create openings. Now, it's important to mention that his striking has also evolved over the years. Back at the beginning of his run at the UFC, he used to be more of a brawler. Now, though, he's more calculated. In any case, he hasn't become any less aggressive. The guy has 19 wins by KO. That's insane! But don't think his striking is limited to just his punches. Yep, his kicks are just as deadly. Again, these deadly leg kicks were one of the things everyone was talking about back when this man was facing the Eagle, and Joe Rogan was sure we'd see Khabib struggle. Now, the fight was very one-sided, but Justin's leg kicks did a ton of damage to the Dagestani. Yep, he's able to mix his amazing boxing skills with intense leg kicks that he can throw from range to create pressure and make openings. Yeah, if you're in doubt about how effective these kicks are, just look at what they were able to do to Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Sure, the guy won his fight against the highlight, but he wasn't walking straight for a while afterward. That's right, Gaethje's kicks were so powerful, he tore open Poirier's quad. That's terrifying for sure. And Justin's entire style is terrifying. I mean, he meshes his boxing, kicks, and wrestling to create pressure seamlessly. But there's one other thing he does, and this is what truly makes his style terrifying. The man's insanely durable, and he walks headfirst into kill shots. That's right, it's finally time to talk about this man's granite chin. Sure, it's scary that Gaethje can pretty much dominate his opponents anywhere, but the thing that brings his style together is his insane aggression. Yeah, this guy does not shy away from an exchange, even against the strongest punchers in the division. I mean, look at what he did against Poirier and Chandler. And sure, he lost to the Diamond via KO, but guys, he took some incredibly powerful and well-placed shots to the face. But that didn't stop him, and he kept going at Poirier. In my opinion, the one fight from recent times that truly displays this man's style to the fullest was the one against Chandler. Yeah, Iron Mike tried everything. He took Gaethje down, threw powerful shots at his face. He did everything, but Justin kept going. His chin didn't falter, and not only did he win on the feet, but he also won on the canvas. And that's a breakdown of Justin Gaethje's fighting style.